Good morning. It is day 15. We're halfway through August. I have vector training to do for the school district that I sub in, so that has to get done today. And I have been reading The Silent Patient. I'm almost halfway through, so I've really been actively reading this, and it's just very readable. It's interesting. I'm intrigued. It doesn't necessarily matter too much if I like the characters. I'm just enjoying finding out more about what exactly is happening. And the story is much more than just the psychotherapist trying to find out more information about our main character, or our silent patient, Alicia, because he's got a lot going on in his own life. These psychotherapists, well, him especially, but the people he's around do not play by the rules. So you can clearly see that this is not necessarily being done correctly, and nobody really cares, it seems. It's more like a make sure you get it all figured out sort of thing. I'm having a really good time reading this and having a hard time putting it down. It's definitely one where you just can keep reading it and just want to find out what's going on. And that's the thing about thrillers. Thrillers, even if they're not your favorite book in the whole wide world, in general, I'm just talking about in general, they are easy to get through because you just got to keep reading until you find out what happens. It's a wonderful rainy day. I love the rain, and we have had very little rain this summer here in Washington. Very surprising, actually, because our dry season started really early this year, way earlier than it normally does, and we've barely had any rain the whole summer. So we're getting 2 full days of rain, and it's just wonderful. And I have been enjoying not having to do that much these last 2 days. I mean, I've been staying a little busy. We've been doing things, but it's also kind of nice just to relax and read and not have that big of responsibilities. Tomorrow we're going to the Renaissance Fair all day. And so busyness is happening soon, but it's just kind of nice to have a couple of days just to enjoy not being on vacation, elsewhere outside of the country, not having to work at the fair, as fun as that was. It's just nice to have a bit of a break. And so I'm kind of taking advantage of that. I'm really enjoying it. So you probably won't see me doing too much today. I would like to do some things that I keep saying I'm going to do that I haven't, like going grocery shopping. I don't know if I'll go grocery shopping, but at least we'll put together a grocery list and start getting through, do some cleaning, do some laundry, stuff like that I just have not been around to do that much of. So I'm going to do that and keep reading. And maybe, who knows, I'll get this book done today. Okay, so today is really a telling you rather than showing you kind of day, because I was busy. I was busy today, and I got a lot accomplished, but it was all on my computer. So I had to do my vector training, all the training you have to do. That is your yearly certification, bloodborne pathogens, all that kind of fun stuff. So I had to do all those because I waited till the last minute to get those done. And then I applied for a lot of jobs. Well, no, I didn't apply for a lot of jobs. I looked for jobs that were available, and I applied for districts that I haven't applied to before. And then I updated things with the districts that I have applied to before. I got in contact with my references. I got in contact with just friends from school to say, hey, let's get together before school starts. Let's have a coffee. I did apply for a few jobs, or I should say I applied for one job. I applied for 2 different pools, elementary educator pools. And then there was this leave replacement that was at a school where I was like, ooh, I can talk to the assistant principal and maybe she can get me in, but they already had an idea. Well, the assistant principal talked to the principal, and they already knew who they were going to ask to do the leave replacement. I'm like, of course, because there's just too many teachers, too many good teachers in this district. And, there are preferences at different schools, and I am one of the preferred teachers at the school that I work at, but I need to become a preferred teacher at other schools too. So this year, especially if I'm subbing, I really need to make sure I get around to other schools. As much as I love working at the school that I love working at, I need more opportunities. I was getting that stuff done. I updated a few cover letters. I had to fill out all the application stuff for a couple of districts. I did a lot of stuff. And then I had to edit my vlog for day 14. So I've been working on that, and now it's after 10 and we're getting up tomorrow morning early to go to the Renaissance Fair. So I can't stay up too late. I'm trying to get my video done though. I'm finishing exporting it, and then I'm gonna finish getting it ready to go up tomorrow. So I have to stay up for that. So I am gonna read for a bit until that happens, because I just have been feeling like reading. Look how far I am. It's the second day of the week and I'm already almost done with The Silent Patient. I don't really have an update at the moment as far as the book goes, because my brain was on a lot of other things today. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun reading it, and I keep picking it up, reading a little bit, going and doing the work I need to do, picking it up, reading it. So it's a book that I don't feel like putting down, and that's great, especially because I have had the time these last few days to read, so I have been making use of that time. Huzzah! Huzzah! Good morning! It is day 16 and we are going to Ren Faire. Are you excited, Mama?
It's been a rush job.
We've been trying to get ready and get out of the house. Mom is a little fairy.
Look at it.
Oh, just showing your boobs off like that, huh? And I'm a fair maiden, or just a peasant. Anyways, wow, that's really gonna make people sick, Mom. We are so excited. We're running over to read. Oh my God, stop laughing. Look how much is shaking.
I can't stop laughing.
We're running over to have breakfast with the family and then head out to the Ren Faire. Mom is stressed.
I'm very stressed. We got my dog. She's stressed.
Cece is stressed.
Count, move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. Hey, you're good to go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
This is McKenna.
Hi.
McKenna's from my area, and she was like, "Are you A-Star Reads?" And I was like, "Oh, weird." But it was really cool, and she gave me a book recommendation. So thank you so much, McKenna. That's just some scene.
It was so funny that
Now I'm home and I am exhausted. I'm so exhausted that I am probably just going to go straight to bed. But we had such a wonderful time at the Ren for this year. Like, it was such a good time. And we are excited for next year's already. It's a good Ren Faire. This is the first time we've gone to this one up in Washington. And we used to go to Ren Faire quite often in California. And this one actually was bigger than the California one. And it was great. And I was just impressed by how many people dressed up. Like, the majority of people who were there dressed up. It was wonderful. It was a blast, but we're so exhausted. My feet are swollen. So one thing I didn't tell you this morning was that last night, before going to bed, I finished The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. And I really did enjoy this. I had so much fun with this. I know that it is one of those books that a lot of people don't like, and then some people really love. And I just had a blast reading it. Maybe the writing wasn't the best writing. Maybe the mystery wasn't the best mystery, but it was fun for me. And I'm going to give it 4.5 stars because I just had such a good time reading this one. And clearly thoroughly enjoyed it and was on the edge of my seat because it took me 2 days to finish this. There were definitely issues with it. And there were aspects I enjoyed but thought could have been explained or handled a little better maybe. But yeah, no, ultimately this was just so much fun. And I'm maybe more likely to read other Alex Michaelides, although I've heard not controversial, but kind of controversial, but also just like scathing thoughts and opinions on his other book, The Maidens. And then I don't think I've even heard what people said about The Fury. So I am curious to read more by this author because I had a great time. But I also know that that one especially, people who liked this book didn't like The Maidens so much. So not sure what to make of that. You know, maybe this is a mystery that wasn't as surprising for some. I felt like it didn't knock me on my head surprised, but I definitely was surprised. It didn't make me like, jaw on floor, but I still just enjoyed the ride. I enjoyed the ride. So if you do like thriller mysteries and you don't mind that the writing is not anything spectacular, it's nothing special, it was fine. It got the job done in my opinion. And you want to try something that isn't necessarily the most action-packed, fast-paced thriller mystery, but you like a good ride, I think you should try out The Silent Patient. It is fun. All right, so I'm gonna go to bed. I am probably going to read All the Birds in the Sky by Charlie Jane Anders. I do have time to pick up another book from that shelf. I don't know if I'm going to yet. Maybe towards the end of the week I will. But right now I think I should work on this one and try and get it completed because I'm not too far from the end. I also really should be picking up Part of Your World and at least making a dent in this. That's it for the evening. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens tomorrow on day 17. Is tomorrow day 17? I think it is. When I hopefully finish the book from week 2. Or at least make some good progress on the book from week 2. But yeah, I finally did it. I finally made good time on one of the books that I'm reading this month. Oh, and I forgot to say, this is going to work for my series Staircase for HRCYED for the standalone, and it's going to work for the social scroll for TBR Trail. So I'm going to go put my points in, and now that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Good night.